The madness has spilled into April as the NCAA men's Final Four gets underway this weekend. All number one seeds will square off in San Antonio, Texas, Saturday. It'll be the Auburn Tigers and Florida Gators facing off in the first game, followed by a matchup between the Duke Blue Devils and Houston Cougars. The winners of these games will square off in the national title game Monday on CBS. The women's national title game takes place this Sunday. Kyle Boone joins us now to break down the men's Final Four. He's a college basketball writer for CBS Sports. So, Kyle, the men's Final Four, all number one seeds for the first time since 2008. How unique is that?
Yeah, it's just the second time ever in NCAA tournament history that we've had all four number one seeds advance to the Final Four. The last time this happened was in 2008. So, it's been a while and it rarely happens. It's been a very chalky NCAA tournament. And throughout the season, the best four teams have emerged in Auburn, Houston, Duke, and Florida. And for the first time since 2008, as I noted, they are dancing into the Final Four, the final weekend of the NCAA tournament.
All right, so break down Saturday's matchups for us. Which teams do you see advancing to the national title game?
Yeah, there's two teams that have really emerged this season as the best in college basketball, and they're on opposite sides of the bracket, which is great. Number one overall seed Auburn draws a matchup with Florida in the Final Four on Saturday, and I think Auburn will advance. They've been the best team, and they've had the best resume in college basketball this season. Then on the other side, you've got Duke, the perennial college basketball powerhouse that's won 5 national championships, taking on Houston, which has never won a national championship. And Duke is the favorite not only to win that game against Houston, but also to win the national championship. And, they've got a ton of talent led by the projected number one pick in Cooper Flagg, multiple other guys who are expected to be lottery picks on that team. So, I think throughout the season, it has always felt like a collision course between Auburn and Duke. They met earlier this season. Duke actually won that matchup. So it could be a potential rematch between a regular season game that was really fun earlier this year.
So if that happens, does Duke come out ahead? Do they win it all?
I think they do. It feels right that it's been a chalky NCAA tournament, that the tournament would break in a way that people expect it would break. Duke has, I think, the best talent in this NCAA tournament, and I think they have the best team. That doesn't always mean that the best team wins the NCAA tournament, but Duke won that matchup against Auburn earlier this season. They won that game in Durham, North Carolina. That was on Duke's home floor. And they've really stood out throughout this NCAA tournament. They've not only beat teams, but beat teams in a way that's been pretty handily and impressively. So I think Duke, if they end up drawing a matchup and advancing to this championship game against Auburn or Florida, I think Duke wins the national championship.
I'm putting you on the spot here. This is your bread and butter. How's your bracket looking?
It's not great. It's not great. It's been good in years past. There's not been a lot of surprising upsets, Cinderellas this year. I watched college basketball for 5 months, hoping that I can have like the goods on, the teams that maybe not a lot of people are expecting. This was a tournament that broke in a way that was kind of expected. And, for March Madness, it's kind of the anti-March Madness. It's been very much chalky. So my bracket's not looking good, but I'm sure if you picked number one seeds, you're obviously sitting pretty and going into the final weekend.
All right, Kyle Boone, thanks so much.
Thank you.